What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Monsters podcast. I'm Ivan Vargas. This is Luke Nettles. It's a good night in Chicago. Just not over here to my right. Sorry about it, dude. Bears win 20-19. It was a hard fought game. That was a good game. There was a purpose on both sides of the field to this game. Each team knew that they wanted to get this win. They fought. I mean, it's 1 point difference. One point difference. That was it. That was it. And you know what? To be honest with you, it shouldn't even been that close, man. It really shouldn't have been that close. Matt Nagy, you had a drive where you're beating up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bro. And all of a sudden, you get into the red zone and you slow down again. You slow down. Nick Foles is yelling at you. He's yelling at the sideline.
He's telling you,
shut up. No, he said, forget it. I let's roll. If your quarterback is yelling at you, and then there was a long discussion where the Troy Aikman and Joe Buck were like, Nick Foles was pretty much dominating the conversation with Matt Nagy. Like, how the hell?
I think that needs to happen, though.
It does, because how the hell
Mitch would never do that.
How are you playing scared?
Mitch would never do that.
How the fuck are you playing scared? How are you playing scared? It doesn't make sense. You have a situation where you're in position. You just came back. You dropped it to a 10-0 deficit early, crawled your way back. Now you got the pressure on him. Nick Foles is hot, and he's telling you he's hot. Let's go. Nothing. It was something to say about both defenses, though. Both defenses came to play. That secondary, I know we were trying to expose them, but they did come to play today.
Oh, who? Yours or mine?
No, yours.
No, I mean they did probably about as good as they probably would do anyway. Like, I mean, like, they're not stellar. Like, secondary is definitely in your guys' favor. I'm not gonna dispute that.
Okay, puppy.
But what I'm talking about is like, the front seven was there.
Right.
I mean, they did. Montgomery was getting it, and this is what I don't understand about Tampa. Why did Rojo? Why was he not
the feature back in the second half?
Exactly.
They just went away from the run.
What happened? Like,
they went away from the run.
Yeah.
And honestly though,
it's so weird to me.
They slowed down Tom Brady enough, especially in the red zone. And honestly, that last play. What the hell is it? It's fun.
Well, no, I mean, the towards the end there, right there, like, he goes to the tight end that's blanketed. I mean, blanketed. Like, you couldn't ask for more snuggles than that guy. Like, that guy should have had a snuggie on. But listen, but what I'm telling you is, I called it before the play even fucking snapped. Hey, Mike Evans on the sideline. Mike Evans was running, beat his man.
He beat his man.
He goes to the blanket again.
But the quarterback, the all-time great, the GOAT, didn't know the down. He didn't know what down. You think that's what it was?
No, I don't think that's all. I don't think that is.
He had him running. He had him streaking down the field. That you're talking about the pass to Gronk, the play before.
No,
yeah. Gronk went up and missed it because he was going.
No, the one where the guy's blanketed. I think it might have been.
That was the fourth down play.
I think it was a break.
Yeah.
I think it was a break.
You're right. That was the fourth down
Mike
play.
Evans was out on the. I told you before the play even happened. I was like, it's Evans down the sideline.
Right.
All day. And he threw it to the guy that had a guy. I mean, the dude was basically wearing our guy's jersey.
He was covered.
Like, why are you throwing it there?
It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. The Bucs went away from the run, which is just weird because I thought they were going to wear out that defense of the Bears.
They should have.
And the Bears, give credit. Like I said, give credit to the Bears. They stepped up on defense. Especially in the run game. The run game was they slowed down Ronald Jones enough to where they went away from it for some reason.
It's not hard to slow down something that's non-existent.
It was there, though. It was there for the first half.
I understand. But I'm saying first half to second half, run game, night and day. It
was weird to see. It was weird to see them go away from that, especially because it was helping. Tom had a rhythm when they were running the football. Tom had a rhythm.
Exactly.
The one thing I want to point out is that this should have been. It was too close to call at the end. You give Tom Brady a minute, and all I needed was 30 yards to put him in position to win.
It was close.
And you can't go. You can't play scared, Matt Nagy. You can't play scared, especially in the red zone like that. They had all the momentum. Their offensive line was moving their defensive line finally throughout the game, like with a consistency that you saw that towards the end of the first half as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take anything away from the Bears. Like they did what they did. They got the dub. You know what I mean? Like it's club dub.
Club dub.
There's a bunch of bright lights in the locker room right now. Whoopee.
Yeah.
But we were talking about early. Like this is a win. This is a win that they can capitalize on.
Yeah.
And they take that. They feel good about themselves. Now they got a week and a half off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, not off, but I mean they're not playing Sunday. They've got some time to calm down. Learn. Whatever they got to do. Just like it's good for them.
I think it's
Tampa Bay, on the other hand. I mean, obviously there wasn't much bad or whatever. They were right there. It's 19-20.
You just made it. It was just one more play, a touchdown. The thing is, the Bears stopped them in the red zone with field goals. They kicked field goals instead of touchdowns, and that's what I was worried about early in the game with the Bears.
And that's
it's like, are we gonna sit here and kick field goals again instead of scoring touchdowns? And that's why Nick Foles was so pissed off. He was so pissed off, and so was I. And I was looking at you, and I was like, dude, are you shitting me? Your quarterback's like, let's go. The defense is gassed. Let's go. You're right there within 5 yards.
Yeah.
It's another. It could have been another blunder for Matt Nagy. This would have fell right on his shoulders. Like this would have been a horrible loss for Matt Nagy if they lost this game, because you know what?
I mean,
he had it in his hands. He had all the control in his hands. If he would have just let Nick Foles do it. It's your guy. Nick Foles is his guy. Let your guy do what he does. You didn't. You put the handcuffs on him. So how many so just for me, were you putting the handcuffs on Mitch too, like you just did Nick Foles?
I mean, that's the biggest question about Chicago. I mean,
Let's
be honest. Matt Nagy is their anchor.
Yeah, yes.
100%.
Right now, the
Matt Nagy is playing for the Navy.
The play calling is better. The play calling was better today, but there was just times where it was like, what the hell, dude? Like again, and I give him credit. The win is a win is a win. I'll take the win, but it needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be cleaned up.
And that seems to be the Bears' MO this year. Is that they get these squeak out easy wins. I mean, not that this was an easy win. Like you're playing Tom Brady. This is something they can build on.
Yeah,
for sure. Tampa. What? Leonard Fournette, good to go today. How many times did he run the ball?
I didn't see him.
Hardly at all.
I didn't see him.
You know what I mean? No Chris Godwin. So like this is the feast fell in Chicago's hands.
Yeah, they got lucky.
You're playing a not healthy Tampa team.
But the professional football players, you had enough weapons out there to win that football game, and it showed. It showed. You lost by 1 point. It showed you had enough to win that football game.
No, I told you, our defense early. I told you in the pregame.
Right.
It's the secondary.
Yeah.
It's the secondary. The front seven is stout. It's the secondary. It's the complete opposite of Chicago. The secondary is good in Chicago. The front seven, not so much.
Well, today I think they played a well-rounded game on defense.
No, they
played.
Chicago.
I thought they
played good enough.
The Bucks just let a couple slide.
They didn't.
Who, the Bears?
Impress me.
The Bears or the Bucks?
The Bears.
The Bears. No, they wasn't impressive. They wasn't impressive. What I was impressed with is that you found some type of balance with the run game, with the run defense, and getting that under control, because you were getting gashed. And if it was last week, or if it was 4 days ago,
right.
Ronald Jones is running wild.
Yeah, I mean he still had a couple good ones.
He did.
Let's not let that slide. But I still don't understand, like, the second half. Like, why did he disappear? I don't understand that. Like, Ronald Jones should have been much more featured.
I think. What do you think,
Scotty
Miller?
Where I don't even know if he caught a pass.
I don't think he did.
I don't even think he caught a pass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, oh man, it's frustrating. But you know what? Injuries are injuries. There's no excuse. Next man up.
Scotty Miller did not catch a pass.
Exactly. So, you know, I mean,
Ronald Jones had 100. That's the thing. Ronald Jones had 100 yards.
Yeah.
He had 100 yards, 6.2 average.
Yeah.
And they just strayed away from it. It was weird.
Why?
It was. They took a page out of Matt Nagy, out of Matt Nagy's playbook. They just took a page out of Matt Nagy. I'm telling you, juju's on you.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. You know, I mean, it's baffling. I mean, to say, I mean that's exactly what it is. It's baffling. Like, okay,
he had the motor.
You know, sometimes I feel like Tampa's like, hey, we have Tom Brady,
and
that's all we need. Guess what? You need more than Tom Brady. You need the running game to create Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady,
you get healthy.
Hey,
first.
Tom Brady in Tampa is not Tom Brady in Foxborough. I'm sorry.
He looks good at times though, but
he looks great.
Other times where I'm like, whoa,
Tom fucking Brady.
I know, man, but you know what the thing is that you need that, like you need to cater to him. So what was working? What was working in getting Tom, in the rhythm? That run, and then in the second half, when they wanted to take a shot, you can tell Bruce Arians wanted to take a shot for the jugular, and it just never came. So the running game went by the wayside.
Limited. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, like it goes both ways, you know. Like let's just say, for instance, I mean, this is equivalent of what you're talking about. Let's say Allen Robinson get hurt.
Yeah.
What do the Bears do then? I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, it's like, you know, okay, they still have Evans. That's the one thing they got up on him. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like like literally, if Allen Robinson, which he didn't really do too much tonight, but I'm saying
towards the end he did.
If he goes down,
yeah.
You know, the injury bug is it's a hard pill to swallow, man. When you only have, like, you are used to being able to call plays with two guys that are 1,000-yard receivers, each of them, and you don't have that capability. That's fine. I can tell you this right now: we'll be in the playoffs, and I'll be waving back at you.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I could see both teams in the playoffs. That was a great game.
You couldn't ask for much more.
And you know, to be honest, like, there was a couple plays, and I know I was complaining about the pass interference, but there was a play where I think you have a lot of, like, the only thing I could see, and I'm talking about the roughing the passer on Nick Foles. The only thing I could see was that he launched with the crown of his helmet into the upper, you know, area of Nick Foles. But even then, he was free. Shaq Barrett was free, and they threw the flag. But honestly, you can't, like, we got to go back to it. It's been shitty all season long.
Yeah, there's one consistent in the NFL right now. It's the refs are just garbage.
Yeah,
and it's been that way. I mean, like, I understand they want to say this and that, and this and that, and this and that, but I mean, it all started with the Saints and Rams.
Yeah, they've been.
It's just. You know, I understand people want to see points put up. You know, I understand that's what the NFL is catering to. You can't play defense. It's getting to that point in the NFL where you can't play defense.
Yeah, no,
I would have literally not been shocked if Kyle Fuller's hit would have drawn a flag.
Oh, it did. It did draw a flag. That was a beautiful hit by Kyle Fuller.
It's not much more textbook than that.
And you saw flags instantly. You don't get much more textbook than that. Like, plays like that, I think, especially if it's boom, bang, bang, they got to be reviewed.
It makes people want to be
reviewed. I'm glad they picked it up. And we got the ball. But those, like, if they didn't, oh my God, I'd have been livid. If they didn't pick that flag up. It was clean. There's been misses everywhere with the refs, but the thing is that both teams came in, like we said. This was a statement game. This was a tough game. Look. The Bucs are there. The Bucs are there. They know they're tough and they know they're hurt and they know they're gonna be healthy and come back. The Bears, this was a need. This was a must win after that smackdown put on us by the Colts.
Yeah.
And you know, to grind it out to get a 1-point win with the kicker.
Yeah.
Win it on a field goal. Go figure. You get a kicker that actually put it through the uprights. Things happen. And I'm not saying Cairo Santos is all world, but you know, He was today, and that's all we needed. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. It's freezing. This has been the Basement Monsters podcast. It's a good win for Chicago. Sorry, bro. Like, it's shitty, but I'm not too sorry for you.
Well, I'll be waving at you when we're in the playoffs.
So. Oh, we'll see. I hope so. All right, guys, this has been the Basement Monsters podcast. I'm Ivan Vargas. This is Luke Nettles. We'll get to you guys on Sunday. We are going to get the Sunday games to you guys. We'll probably pick some random games, probably the game of the week and some other game to get to you. But we'll be on Sunday too. Check us out. We'll see y'all later.
I just heard my favorite band is in town. I'd love to get good seats, but everywhere I've looked, the ticket sites have crazy service fees.
Haven't you heard of TixSplits?
Who?
TixSplits. They don't gouge you with crazy fees. The price they advertise is the price you pay, plus a small delivery fee.
Never pay service fees again. Go to TixSplits.com today. TixSplits.com. Guaranteed seats, low prices. That's TixSplits.com. Every ticket, every venue, everywhere.